What's up, guys? I'm Ashley Jenkins, and with PS4 officially hitting shelves tomorrow, it's pretty much all people are talking about. But a few gamers who got the console early are reporting some pretty serious hardware issues, like being dead on arrival or bricking during updates. Two gamers who received their early units through a Taco Bell promotion received the consoles, which never fully turned on. And even with the help of Sony's support, it's going to be at least a week before their units are replaced. Another gamer had the PS4 working just fine, but when he tried to play Battlefield 4, he was prompted for an update, and during the update, the console simply stopped responding. Sony has responded to the concerns about the hardware, saying, "A handful of people have reported issues with their PlayStation 4 systems. This is within our expectations for a new product introduction, and the vast majority of PS4 feedback has been overwhelmingly positive." With a hardware launch of this scale, some issues are to be expected. The major worry is that this could be the red ring of death for the new generation, but Sony says they believe these problems are isolated incidents because the reasons seem to vary from hard drive issues to faulty HDMI ports to OS problems. The number of affected systems represents less than 0.04% of shipped units to date, Sony says. The other quibble with the PS4 hardware is a minor one. It turns out that the placement of the rubber feet and a ridge that runs down the middle put the console just slightly off balance, so if you press down on one corner, it wobbles a bit. This won't affect the system's performance in any way, and consoles are generally left alone once they're placed anyway, but if you really can't stand it, a few pieces of paper under the corner will help with stability. Or you could, not push down on it. Moving on, Sony Worldwide Studios President Shuhei Yoshida has weighed in on the console resolution debate for next-gen games, and he says he believes it's less about making the games look better and more about what the resolution means for gameplay, since 1080p will be able to render more detail than 720p, which makes a difference in core games like shooters. He says it's kind of traditional for shooters on consoles to include some aim assist because of the lack of accuracy of the control and the lack of clarity in the graphics. But with 1080p and the power of PS4, you don't need that. On that note, if you're picking up Call of Duty Ghosts for PS4, you'll definitely want to install the Day 1 update that's available, since it's been discovered that the campaign for the game will run at 720p instead of 1080p in the retail version without the update. Activision confirms there was a configuration issue in the retail version on single-player mode only. This has been addressed with a Day 1 software update. And even though this is the week of PS4, news continues to filter in about Xbox One as well, with the reveal that downloadable games will be getting the same achievement cap of 1,000 Gamerscore as traditional retail titles. This comes via 343's list of achievements for Halo Spartan Assault, which will offer 1,000 Gamerscore on Xbox One, though it remains capped at 400 on Xbox 360. PopCap has also confirmed that their downloadable title, Peggle 2, will have 1,000 Gamerscore on Xbox One. It makes sense, since Microsoft is dissolving the distinction between downloadable and retail games for their new platform. All retail games will also be available digitally Day 1, which they never quite nailed on the 360. And they're even removing the Xbox Live Arcade classification they used for download-only games on 360, citing their desire for all games to have a level playing field. And that's the news today. Are you concerned about PS4's reported hardware failures or Call of Duty's PS4 update? Let us know what you think of the news in the comments below. Then check out roosterteeth.com, where we've got a new episode of The Patch that talks BlizzCon and sharks.